Hi, my name is Baldwin. I'm a hypnotherapist. I'm based in Greenwich in London, and Andrew Pritchard has asked me to come on here and give you my 3 tips for helping with anger management. So what is anger? What distinguishes anger from other emotions? Well, we know what it is when we lose the plot and we blow our top and everything goes up in the air and everything starts to go wrong. But what are the characteristics of anger that set it aside from other emotions? So first of all, we know that anger is an unhelpful negative emotion. And we think of it like that because it doesn't help us to resolve any issues. It doesn't help us to get past the problem. It just creates other problems. We tend to overestimate how deliberately somebody else has acted. We see bad intentions, whether they're there or not. We assume that we're right and they're wrong 100%. We can never see anybody else's point of view but our own, and we end up attacking them physically, verbally, or passive aggressively. Just as bad for a lot of people. So how do we help that? What's a more helpful, healthy version? So instead of just turning the other cheek, what we need to do is we want to resolve the problem, because obviously there's always a problem for there to be anger. So instead of getting angry, we get annoyed. That's okay. Getting annoyed about something is letting the other person know that you're not happy and that something needs to be done. And you can just say to them, look, this isn't right. I'm not happy with what you've done here. You took my staff, or you did something that I asked you not to do. And I'm really annoyed about that. I want you to put it right, or apologize, or do whatever it takes to get things back the way they should be, right? So if your response is anger, you're only creating more problems for yourself and for whoever else that you're having to deal with. So requesting change rather than insisting on it, and if you need to, walk away, not with anger and aggression, but just calming down, taking yourself out of the situation and walking away. All right. So number 2, my second tip is simply using that word that we hear quite a bit these days, mindfulness. What mindfulness really means is staying mindful and in the moment. It means staying here, right now, this moment and the next one and the next one, not allowing our thoughts to drift into the future or the far future, or worrying about what's going to happen, getting wound up about it, or turning over the past in our mind, which we call ruminating. It just means chewing over. They did this, I did that, I should have done this, they shouldn't have done that, I've got to do this. All that's going to do is build up all the friction and all the tension and that anger if you do that. Staying here, taking a breath and checking yourself and just allowing yourself to stay here, giving you a moment to think rather than just flying off the handle and acting straight away. That's not going to help you. So finally, number 3, take breaks. Time-outs, whatever you want to call them. Might sound simple, but we tend to go through especially our working lives when we're really busy and we've got so many things to do, and we just keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going. I have to keep going because I've got so much to do and I'm so busy and I've got to keep going, I've got to keep going. Well, if you do that, if you work like that and you live your life like that, you're not getting the most out of your available time and energy. What you want to be looking to do is taking regular short breaks, even if it's only for a few minutes, 5, 10, 15 minutes, ideally every couple of hours. But if you just manage that once or twice during your working day, that would be enough. Every couple of hours. If you think about it, how does a school day work? How do they run a school day for children? They start at 9, they go for an hour and a half or so, and then they start to lose them. So they kick them all outside to run around, kick a football or do whatever they do in their breaks. 15 minutes later, they're all back in and they've got them, but they're focused again, right? Because that's the cycle that we all work on. Another hour and a half, 2 hours or so, lunchtime. Same again in the afternoon. because they know that's how they're going to get the most out of children's attention. Well, as adults, we need to do that too. Take regular breaks. No one's going to do that, like clockwork every couple of hours. But if you can remember to take a couple, just one in the morning, one in the afternoon, just to reset your mind, reboot your mind, take yourself out of that work situation or that stressful situation, and it will give you a chance to prepare for anything difficult you've got to come across. It's going to make it much less likely that you're going to blow your top. All right, that's my 3 tips for anger management. Thanks very much.